up, world? It's your boy Mark Walder Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got with us Richie Evans. His highly favored EP just came out. It's available on all streaming platforms. How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm blessed out here. How you doing, family?
I can't complain. Shit don't do no motherfucking good, right?
Man, I hear that shit. Come on now.
So outside of your delivery, your lyrics, if I was gonna do like my pretentious movie reviewer or a music reviewer on your, I'd say is highly favored is a strong project. The beats are cohesive without being repetitive, and
Right.
and you got good features, but they don't overpower it. What would you say to that assessment?
1,000% accurate.
I,
Super fact.
were you going on for something sonically? Because like I said, there's a cohesion to the project. Like it
No,
sounds like it.
yeah. Nah. Like I said, like I'm big on trying to make it flow like a movie. You know what I mean? And make sure that it sonically flowed. Like, I think that all artists, you know what I mean, when somebody puts in your music or takes a listen, you don't want them to skip a beat. You know what I mean?
Word.
So I definitely was going for the angle of just, making something solid enough. Not too many joints because it was just an EP, but something strong enough to be like, yo, I got to check for that guy. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So the is the Richie tag, when the lady's like Richie,
Yeah, yeah.
is that the same lady that does the Maybach music?
Nah. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homegirl, Nina. You know what I mean? I needed a tag, and like I said, man, I think that Ross got one of the coldest tags out. You know what I'm saying? I think that Maybach music, tag is just phenomenal. So I wanted something similar, but kind of in its own. You know what I mean? And I had to record a few. She emailed them to me, and we ended up chopping it up, getting it right. And you know what I mean? I think that it came out solid.
I think stuff like that's smart because I mean it's different now with streaming and looking at it on your phone. But if
Right,
you hear a song and like you're at the club or something, a lot of
right,
times like you hear new music and you don't know who it is.
right. I was gonna say definitely that's another thing too, man. I was big on trying to brand my name heavy. You know what I mean? If some people who know, my journey knew that I went by Juice back in the day, but I definitely wanted to just overly heavy pump the name Richie. So definitely got a tag for it.
Shit, I like when your name was Juice McCain. I used to find that shit humorous as a motherfucker. I remember the first time I seen it, I was like, I wonder if John McCain ever heard him rap.
No, what's crazy was that was the point. At that point, I was on some marketing shit, and I was like, listen, man, I'm gonna call myself Juice McCain. The face of the city, the face of the state, because Arizona, John McCain is a legend out this motherfucker. You feel me? So definitely was what I mean, trying to use some of that definitely as some marketing points, you know what I'm saying, to push that brand.
So you got that Trunner Nike commercial from
Yeah,
Suns players taking up for you?
yeah, definitely. I did the Trunner one, you know what I'm saying? I did the music for it, and it was just kind of dope, you know what I mean, to see a bunch of the athletes and a bunch of people just represent it for what it is, you know what I mean? Which
Which players was it?
Omari was one, Charles was two. Um, what's the boy name? The boy who got traded, the twin, the center.
Markeith Morris?
No, the other, the
Oh,
two
the
white boys.
Lopez?
The Lopez. Yeah. Lopez. There you go. Yeah. So I definitely had a good representation for that for sure.
You ever met Monty Williams?
Who?
Monty Williams, the
Monty.
Suns coach? Yeah.
Yeah, the coach. Now I haven't ran into Monty. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Book a few times. Of course, CP. Monty's really like, you can tell he's definitely like a coach's coach. Like, he keeps his character intact. He ain't really know where he shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
grew
won't
up
catch
one
him.
street over from him.
Oh, that's dope. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I only met him like he was older than like much older than me. Well, not much older, but like 5 or 6 years older. So
Yeah.
like I ain't know, like we in my neighborhood, Forest Heights, we didn't know he existed. And then we was watching this Notre Dame game. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, like every Notre Dame shit came on NBC. And
Right.
there was like Monty Williams from Forest Heights, Maryland. And man, it was against Duke, and he bust Grant Hill's ass. Like
I'm
dropped 40 on him. And
I'm
so
telling
like
you, like, that's his thing. Like I said all the time, Monty, he don't really, like I said, he don't really move around too much outside of his little comfort zone in his bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't even know he there, you know?
Word. But I saw him one time, like my man lived 2 houses over from him. So I went up to him, you know, I ain't never shy. And he had just came back from some USA basketball shit. He went in the house and gave us all like all this USA basketball stuff and came down to the park and like, you know, gave us advice like work on your left hand type shit.
Yeah, that's dope though. You know what I'm saying? That's super dope.
You know, he a good dude. Do, do you like the Trunner one?
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm an Air Max One guy. You know what I mean? But like I said, I definitely got to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I supported and made the music behind it and stuff like that. But I'm definitely an Air Max One guy though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
I didn't know what the Trunner one was when I was reading your bio and I went and looked it up. Some of them was official. They had
Yeah,
one that was like black and olive that looked all right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they not too bad, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just an Air Max One guy though. You know what I'm saying? Air Max 95, Air Max One. You know what I mean? I kind of stay in the same pocket. I don't really even branch out too much.
Shit, I mean, you can definitely get some strong color combinations. Those Air Max 95s be hitting.
On everything.
So you met Game the same night that you found out that you were gonna be a dad?
Yeah, yeah, man. It's a crazy situation, man. I was in the studio and I was trying to finish my mixtape, and I get this crazy ass phone call, man, and this fucked up my whole night just for the simple fact of, you know, I I didn't know what I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You got to start looking at responsibilities now. I mean, I've always was, responsible, but shit kind of changed when you got to take care of somebody else. You feel me? So I couldn't even finish the CD that night, man. So I burnt the disc, and I was on my way home, and I was so frustrated. I was like, man, let me pull over and get me a drink. And I pulled over to the club, and I seen a Lambo up front. And when I walked in, I seen Swiss Beats and I seen Game. Now, people know, what I mean, Rough Riders was heavily in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? DMX moved to Arizona years back. You know what I
Great
mean?
Depression and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Swizz moved out, you know what I'm saying? And Arizona's kind of where they recorded a lot of their music and kind of created a motorcycle hub because they used to like motorcycles, and Phoenix is open freeway. You feel me?
Right.
So they definitely was with it. But I go in, man, and I see Game in the VIP booth, and I see Swizz. So I go to the bar and I grab my wallet, and I forgot that I had the disc in my back pocket.
Mm.
So I pulled it out, go over to the VIP area. Of course, management pull up, security pull up, and I was like, yo, I'm not trying to interrupt nothing, but I wanted to see if I can give this disc the Game. And the management was like, nah, he don't want to be bothered right now, but if you give it to me, I'll make sure he get it. I just think that night I really wasn't with the bullshit because I was already kind of,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I was like, listen, respectively, bro, I've been here before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to go over there and crowd a space. I don't want to autograph. I just want to make sure he got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, security was like, nah, management said, nah. Well, Game got up and he went over to the bar. So when he moved, security moves, management moves. I slide into the VIP, walk up behind him, and security just snatched me up, bro. Game turned around, looks at me kind of in fight mode. And I said, listen, all due respect. I said, I got one disc in my pocket, bro. I said, I wasn't coming here to crowd your space. I just want to give it to you. If you throw it away, I'm cool with that. But as long as I know that you got it, I'm straight. So he took the disc. They held me for a minute. Him and Swiss Beats took their shot, and security walked them out to the front. They jumped in the Lambo and shook. Next morning, I got a phone call and a plane ticket. You know what I'm saying, to LA, because Game wanted to meet me after him hearing my demo.
Man, bro, when you keep blowing up and you get to a level man, that's gonna be like the type of shit that they can put in like comic. You ever seen when they be making comic books about rappers?
That's dope.
Yeah, like that's a hell of an origin story right there.
Yeah, man. Definitely was, something for me that, I always sit back and think like, damn, man, like that nigga really did just call me like, hey, it's the Kid Game. Jump on this fucking plane. You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
I mean,
I
shout
was
out to
like,
him
well,
for listening to it.
nah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the Game for sure. You know what I mean? That's my big bro, man. He gave me an opportunity to learn from him. Um, definitely, was able to build a lot of, relationships and connections, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, get an understanding on what great music is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure.
What was the manager Whack 100 or was it someone before him?
Nah, his name was Tony Martin at the time. You know what I'm saying? Whack came actually shortly after I left. But no, his name was Tony Martin. You know what I mean? Whack actually at that time was on Game security detail. So Whack was around at that point, yeah.
Got you. what I want to say this the right way because I love Black Wall Street. Like my
Yeah,
son, Charlie Baltimore.
yeah.
Why
Ah,
you think it didn't take off more?
um, business. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully speaking, it was just the fact that a lot of that beef between him and 50 started fucking up the money, and
Ah,
really it
blackball
started
shit. Yeah,
yeah, and it started really throwing a real decisive line inside the offices. You know what I'm saying? People started kind of picking sides and choosing and sponsorships, and a lot of the money that was being made was starting to kind of fall to the wayside because it was starting to look, what I mean, cats getting stabbed and shot. So, it just came a point to where the hierarchies in the building, man, necessarily didn't want that type of shit going on. They was already somewhat, how can I say it, somewhat uh scared of like the whole Suge Knight era, you know what I
right.
mean? So when they seeing this in the building, they definitely didn't want to have no parts of it. So, they basically had to shut it down. You know what I mean? And we sat and hung on as long as we could, you know what I mean? And some of us had some other opportunities to move forward. Some stayed, but like I said, it's still all love at the end of the day. We all still keep in contact. You know what I mean? We always support Big Bro shit, and we on our own now.
Which of the if you did more than two, but I can only find two songs you did with Kendrick Lamar. Which one you think is better? The one that was on y'all, or the one that was on the TD or TD mixtape?
Um, no, the one that me and him did. And the liquor phone, yeah, that's my shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's even crazy too. Like Kendrick was always dope. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first people that I ever met when I moved to LA. You know what I'm saying, with Game at that time. Um, I was able to see, what I mean, Bro's growth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, him, J Rock, the whole TDE, man, that was like an extended family for me. And it was definitely um my peers, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ended up flying to see Game that weekend. We worked on mixtape, flew home, flew back, moved with him, signed my contract. So, you know, I didn't really know nobody but them. You know what I'm saying? That was like my peer group. That was my, peer space. So definitely shout out to Kendrick and shout out to TDE and J Rock and all them.
Another jump when I was reading your biography, it said you did a song with Bun B, but I could not find that. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, yeah. So it's funny. So here's the thing about that. I did a record with Bun B called Can't Crush My Cool. And a lot of that music actually was taken down when the Black Wall Street label kind of started, you know, of course we was young, man. Nobody knew about certain rights for shit, who owned what, you know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
just and that's one of the reasons why to this day people ask me like, why'd you kind of like just step away and why'd you like change your name? It was just too much um shit caught up in the pipeline, you know what I mean, in order to really blow how you want to blow. So sometimes you got to take two steps back, you know what I'm saying, to move forward, jump forward.
What type of support network do you have now?
Shit, I got the wave, baby. I'm not even gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? Right now the buzz is heavy. On the highly favored EP, of course. I got the pressure record with me, J Rock from TDE, and Eastside K Boy. I think that's number like 30 on the Apple Music charts. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
Um,
up.
just just dropped a record with me and Rick Ross called "Can't Knock the Hustle." You know what I'm saying? Which definitely, you know what I'm saying, is going to be, the pillar for the next couple months. So,
Bro, I
you
seen
know,
that on my timeline so heavy the day that came out.
come on, that's what I'm telling you. Like the world is catching up with the boys. So I'm really glad that I'm getting a honest opportunity. You know what I'm saying, for my music to be heard on the grandstand, and nothing can fuck that up. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's a great rollout. It's a great EP. You know what I'm saying? Solid music, and people's really buying into it. So I'm really humbled by that.
I ain't never want to say somebody should be humble, but that's definitely great music, and when you get the proper reaction to great music, that is a humbling experience.
Facts. No, factual statement. Super facts.
Did you ever feel like that you were gonna lose your interest in music?
Um,
Well, that's like
Not
part of you, huh?
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say not the interest in music because you know what I'm saying. Like even if I wasn't making a dime from it, I would still do it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about it is you know what I'm saying. I just feel like at that time when shit was shaky, of course it tested me. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
again, I was signed to one of the biggest names, my nigga. Like, we traveling the world, we getting big checks, we doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? And people got to understand at that time, Game was probably the biggest artist out besides his boss, which was 50. You know what
Word,
I'm saying?
definitely.
Like, so, the money, the energy was like completely different. So when it slowed down, of course it was a drastic change and it was a shock method. But I always knew, man, if I just stick to the code and believe in what I do, you know what I'm saying, it'll all come back 10-4. You know what I mean?
Some people don't come back from that though. They don't got faith, especially like how you did it. Creating your
Yeah,
own label, creating your own company. A
yeah,
lot of people just wait around to have a label or something. And that's why like you'll catch cats that had like two or three big features or some appearances, and then maybe their first deal ain't work out, and
yeah.
they don't come back. And it takes a strong one to be able to make it through that.
Man, it's crazy. I had an interview, you know what I'm saying, about an hour ago and said the same thing. Like, don't get me wrong, man. I'm still kind of, you know, on this marathon, and I'm not giving myself a minute to kind of slow down and look. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still bigger plateaus that are right in front of me that I gotta jump over. But I will admit though, man, I did take a moment to sit back and kind of look at all this shit right now and looking at the reaction, and it is kind of dope. You're right. Certain people don't come back from this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like for
sir.
real. Like certain cats get one shot and it's over. You know what I'm saying? So to definitely have, a second opportunity and to get the response and love that I'm getting right now, you know, I gotta admit that, what I'm saying, I'm blessed, and just like the EP, I'm highly favored.
And so you seem like very calculated and intelligent. I mean, not that that's a surprise or anything, but I'm
Right.
curious, how long do you work the EP before you move on to whatever comes next?
So my plan right now is, like I said, man, the EP just came out, what I'm saying, a few days ago. The video came out today. You know what I'm saying? Super Bowl's in my city for sure. It's in Phoenix, so got a lot of marketing and promotion to do with that. Me and Ross got a couple events. I got a couple Super Bowl parties, Sports Illustrated, Maxim. So, I'm going to push this um, definitely for the next shoot few months. You know what I'm saying? But very calculated in different spaces. Of course, we got another single we're gonna roll up after this, Can't Knock the Hustle, called Quit Playing, that we're shooting a video for. Like I said, man, I'm definitely gonna be on the road, popping up at different people's, concerts. I know J Rock's going on tour. I know they're trying to get me on the Rolling Loud out there in LA. So I'm definitely just trying to really get this music in front of people's faces before I go back into lock in for my debut album coming out this summer.
So in the Black Wall Street days, if there had been a Super Bowl, you would have been, passing out CDs or whatever, or have your team passing out CDs. What do you do in the streaming era to get, fans you meet in a big event like that, the music?
Man, well, so I'm doing both. You know what I'm saying? My mind and excuse me, I'm doing both. My mind and the way it works now is, of course, the streaming era, you know what I'm saying, is the content era. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, I got to make sure that I'm doing all the hot shit in all the hottest spots getting recorded. You know what I'm saying? But making sure that it comes, what I'm saying, with that cinematic look. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Don't
I
get me
see
wrong.
what you mean. So you mean like instead of like giving out 5,000 CDs, if you create like the right 30-second reel, then
There you
then
go.
then, then 10,000 people gonna see and be like, who's that dude with Ross? What's he doing? Let me go look him up.
Right.
Got
Right.
you.
From the digital side. But with also, what I'm saying, Super Bowl, like I said, being in my city and me somewhat being a pillar out here, you know what I mean? I'm taking the Nipsey Hussle approach. We got the limited edition highly favorite EP that's going to be pressed up. I'm only pressing up 2,000 of them, and I'm selling those for 100 a pop. Then on top of that, what I'm saying, I got the limited edition, cassette tape and the limited edition vinyl. We're only doing 1,000 cassette tapes at $50 a pop, and then we're going to do the vinyl. We haven't placed that, but anybody who buys one Super Bowl weekend, of course, it comes with an autograph. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard physical cash and copies right there, on top of having the QR codes at all the events I'm going to be, what I'm saying, performing at, and being in front of the camera. So I definitely got a strategic play on how I'm rolling this shit out.
Are you doing other merch like t-shirts and stuff like that?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? The merch booth and the website will be up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the TEA, you know, the big E shirts, hoodies, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm making sure that we have tangible product, you know what I'm saying, for everybody who's in the city at that particular time. So when they leave, they know like, no, that nigga Richie's the one.
How much of a hassle is it putting that type of stuff together?
Um,
Or if at all, not to be
yeah,
presumptuous.
I was just about to say, I was like, early on, it was a hassle because you know what I'm saying. You have to, I don't want to say sell your vision to your people, but you have to. It's hard to explain it to a person who can't see what you do.
Or
You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
And one thing that I had to do, and it took me a long time to do it, was build the right team and show them glimpses of how it could be and how it could look. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the last year, that's what it was about. But everybody's on my squad. They get it. They see it. They understand. So now it's a little bit more easier when we start doing things like this because now they get it.
Does TA have other artists besides yourself?
There's three artists I'm looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? The one artist that I'm looking at, his name is Jay Waves. You know what I mean? Super dope kid from Phoenix. I think he definitely got it. We just gotta, put him in the studio a little bit more, help create his ear a little bit stronger, and put the right producers and people around him to bring out his best. And there's two other artists I'm not going to name just yet because, like I said, we haven't got him into a contract yet, but
Right.
we're leaning towards that way.
Got you. You brought up DMX. You know that sheriff that was giving him all the trouble that was like dressing people in pink and shit.
Yeah, yeah, Arpaio.
What did people in the community think of him?
Um, you got hate and love for him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate him because, they feel he was racist and, some of the antics and the ways that he goes about shit, is, unhumane. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got motherfuckers in there eating slop and, outside in nigga 200, 200-degree conditions. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people who definitely are not with his movement, but also though, you know what I mean, he was big on a lot of harsh sentences and trying to clean up certain types of shit. So a lot of there was a lot of conservative people who definitely
Oh, when I
supported
say
that.
the community, bro, I ain't talking about no conservative people. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, I was just saying, like in general, like there was just a lot of people who just supported that, you know what I mean, and didn't really look at the other side. So he definitely got you know a 50-50 split out here,
That shit just seems so crazy to me.
man, it's wild. My dog is just the wildest shit ever.
That shit ain't still happening though, right?
No, it's I mean, it's not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? They did, he is I don't want to say he's not a sheriff no more. Um
They still got the outside jail and shit.
yeah, they still got the outside jails, they
That's
still wearing
fucked
the
up.
pink. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I think that some of the fucking, things that they're doing is definitely not used to be.
man, I don't know that shit is just some bam ass shit to me. The
Yeah, man.
so your pops was in the military and you lived in other countries.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? My pops was in the Air Force, man. So, I was born in Philly, and then I end up, you know what I'm saying, moving to Germany, Arizona, New Mexico, Italy. I was in Oklahoma for a year. Like, my pops really, really put that time in. You know what I mean?
How old were you when you were in Italy?
Shit, I was 11.
Too young to party then.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I definitely was partying. I was outside, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was outside. But no, I definitely had a chance to like experience it though. You know what I mean? Like the food, the culture. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, man, you know what I mean? It was an experience for me. I went to Euro Disney before I ever went to Disneyland. That's crazy.
Damn. So you got hands then because kids on military bases be scrapping like shit.
All the fucking time. I tell people all the time. It's crazy you say that because all the time I always say, I was like, man, I fought so much just on a military base. It was crazy.
That should be kind of like chivalrous and shit though, right? It'd be like a little bit fair and all that type stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was just, you dealing with everybody who got a chip on their shoulder, who got a pride, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? You always got the new boy flying, the new girl flying in and out. And, you always got, somebody from this place, you know what I mean? Like you never could get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And your friendships, yeah, of course, you kept a cool, man or two around you, but you never can really have a true friend because y'all was moving in a year. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it was definitely difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't change it for the world though, because I think it really did help me just gain a certain type of characteristic and character. Moving forward. You know what I mean? To when I got older.
I mean, you got an eclectic pen, so that has to contribute
Yeah.
some to it.
No facts. I was just about to say, just being able to be in different environments and seeing different type of shit definitely, you know what I'm saying, help me just, you know what I'm saying, have a wide range of shit, you know?
Word. And then while I was reading your Hip Hop DX interview, it said in 2018 that you was about to have an LP come out. Did that ever come out?
No.
What happened to the
No.
music? You ever gonna
I
unearth it?
still got it. I still got it.
'Cause I know it's good.
Yeah, no. I definitely still got it. But like I said, I'm big on strategy and I'm big on strategic, and I just felt the timing was off. You know what I mean? Like again, at that particular time, I just was coming off of wrapping everything up with the whole game of Black Wall Street shit. You know what I mean? And I think at that time, I was that was done. I think at that time I was trying to get like some of the music and rights that I wrote on, you know what I mean, for that. But like I said, it was just so much in like legal shit that I shelved it because I didn't want to go through that process. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to, you know, oh, I gotta call so and so to clear this record, or I gotta, you know what I mean? I knew it was gonna be more of a hassle. So I'd rather just start over completely with my own direct connects, my own vision, my own thought, and see it through. And that's what you got with Highly Favore.
Who's the second best rapper in Arizona history?
The second best
Because I mean, we know who the first is.
factual statement. Factual statement. Um,
That's why I like hot new hip hop talking about one of the best voices in Arizona. I'm like one of
yeah,
like not
it's,
saying that there's not MCs in Arizona at all. Cause like I know
not,
some, but
it's not even an argument. Like at this point, like
right.
it's already been crowned. Not even by myself. Like it's just the city talking that. You know what I mean? But no, I will say this. I do got to give a shout out to my dude Willie North Pole, and let me tell you why.
Oh yeah, he's from Arizona. Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, and he was the only person to ever drop a full honest album. He was signed to Def Jam at one point. You know what I mean? So, I always give my man his respect because, like I said, he did something that nobody's ever done. You know what I mean? Even myself to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always got to throw him in there. You know what I mean? For sure.
It's some dope Latin artists or rappers. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I don't know about now. But like when I started like a blog, I used to have this blog, Drink and Dank, in like the early
yeah,
2010s, whatever you call that shit. And
yeah.
there was some like a group of Latino cats. One was named Mav.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Mav is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mav. MC Magic is out there too. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that you say that because I whenever I talk about the Phoenix culture, you know what I'm saying, I always have to bring that up too because Arizona's a very Latino dominant market. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So MC Magic, Mav, the Nasty Boy Clique. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole era, they definitely, you know what I'm saying, did a lot of positive things for the state. But as far as like that hip hop origin, kind of how the shit that I'm kicking, nah.
Oh, it's
You know,
definitely different kind of music, which I said that's a good thing though. Like I don't like when an area everybody sound the same.
agreed upon.
So to wrap up before we get to the socials, what they can expect from you next is just working the record, popping up all over the country in concerts, new videos.
All that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming up to a city near you, man. I'm just really trying to blend and, communicate with as many people as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got the limited edition going to come out Super Bowl weekend with the physical copies. We got the merch about to drop. Definitely about to go on tour. And then, like I said, I'm going to fall back and complete this album to make sure that I can drop it in the summer. So I'm definitely going to have a lot of work coming out in 2023 for sure.
Oh, you gonna drop an album in the summer?
Yeah. This was just a little, like I said, just a little something to put it on their mind. Like, oh, dude is dope. Dude can go. I got to check for him. You know?
Word. I mean, not like you need suggestions or anything, but as a fan, I would love to hear you on a Heatmakers beat.
Facts. Listen, it's ironic you said that because I tapped in with him the other day. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I just was like, hey, I tapped into the Olympics. I don't know if you know about a production crew called the Olympics.
Yes,
They
sir.
based out of Detroit. I tapped into them, tapped into Cool and Dre. So Cool and Dre is who I'm going to have do majority of the project.
Oh,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
super. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. And then, like I said, I was going to sprinkle out a few from the Heat Makers. I still want to try to get with the Justice League. You know, I think the Justice League is dope. 1500 to nothing. My man Mars and them over in LA. And then there's these new kids who work with a R&B dude named Blast, but they're called the Eastie Boys,
That's
and they're super
that's,
dope.
that's a cool name. I like that.
Yeah,
The motherfucking Eastie Boys. And then last thing, brother, what's your handle on social?
man. You know what? Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. My social site is Who Is Richie. You know what I mean? We got the Highly Favored EP out right now on all social sites, DSPs. Make sure y'all take a link and click on that and holla at me, man. I'm out here. I'm really out here working.
Well, bet, brother. Thanks for the good music and the EP. I can't wait for the LP and just congratulations on your success. I admire your resilience and work ethic.
Man, listen, I appreciate you giving me your time, brother. Like I said, anytime you out west, man, tap in with me, man. We'll definitely get up and do a drink. You know what I mean?
Shit, that's what's up, man. You take it light and see you soon.
My man, love.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Peace.
Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. I just appreciate you listening. So I'm not going to ask you to follow me on Instagram at Mark Waldo Ward. I'm not going to ask you to rate and review the show. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe to it. Thank you for your time.